book unicorns. My name is Chrissy. Welcome and welcome back to the Purple Library and back to the brick. You know already, I am a Hobb enthusiast, and I started this journey in 2021. And over the course of almost 2.5 years, y'all do my math ain't mathin', I have been slowly making my way through the realm of the elderlings. This will actually be the first Hobb vlog, long form diary vlog, reading through the Rain Wild Chronicles. And the Rain Wild Chronicles is actually the fourth series within the realm of the elderlings. Specifically, book 1 is technically book 10 in the realm of the elderlings, but I will link realm of the elderlings playlist down below so you can actually watch the experience so far. Everything is spoiler free. If you read these or you are in the middle of the series and you want to leave some comments, please tag the comment. Let everyone know you are speaking spoilers. We're going to go on a journey of the entire series. It's going to be interesting. I'll see you at the end of the vlog. I'm gonna do Hobb Diary because as I've been thinking about this series, it took me forever to start it. Dragon Keeper, Robin Hobb. I'm actually about 20% of the way through this. Nations, look at them. Ain't they pretty? Ain't they pretty? I think first off, my first thoughts on reading Hobb is feeling like, you know how like you dry your clothes and you put like a bunch of towels and blankets in the dryer, and then the dryer get out, and then you trying to pull them out, and instead of folding them and putting them up, you just take a big old section of them and just like lay on the couch, and then wake up 4 hours later, got drool and crusties on your face. That's how this feels. And I'm back in the realm, and I know none of these characters, and that's what I love about Robin Hobb. Like, you start off her books, like each series, except for the Fitz series. Of course, when you start with Fitz, you're usually starting with Fitz, but we ain't gonna talk about Fitz because next time I get to Fitz, that's the end. I idea who a lot of these characters are, and I haven't read the back of these. If these editions, they kind of, I wouldn't say they spoil the back of the book, but they kind of do. So I don't know what kind of synopsis they have, but my sponsor told me don't read the back of them because it's just kind of, it's gonna taint a little bit. Like, you're gonna know the direction of the story. I'm just really, really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying it. And essentially, we're starting off with, let me back up. Elderlings, this is the 10th book, technically, in the realm of the Elderlings, and it's the first book in the Dragon, what is the series? Rain Wild Chronicles, and it's 4 books. This kind of picks up right where the Live Ship Trader series stops off at, sort of. I wouldn't say you could read the Live Ship and then start here because there's so much context that's missed. Enjoying some of the Easter eggs. One sentence, Hobb has pretty much summed up a lot of the trilogies, especially the Live Ship Trader series. I did sum that up in about 3 sentences. That whole epic 3 books. But there's a backstory to it. I just feel immensely rewarded starting this. I have heard some things like some people didn't like it. I know the content in this is probably a little more salacious, more so than what Robin usually writes. A lot of her books are pretty clean except for emotional trauma and gore. Aside from those things, it's not that bad. So the story starts off the different points of view. What am I feeling right now? Feeling at home. I'm feeling at home reading Robin Hobb. It just drops you right in the world. And I feel like I've already started such an epic adventure. For my heroine, what's her name? Tymira is one of the characters in the story, and she's not in any of the other books, so that's why I mentioned her name. I'm already rooting for her. She's an underdog, but she wants adventure. She longs for adventure. She longs to matter, and to matter in her community, to matter to her family. Maybe she's looking for her worth outside of who she is, and so it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. But I haven't cried yet, but I definitely read the first night almost 200 pages. I'm on page 168, and by then I just could not. I was snoozing fast. So I'll be back with more thoughts when I get impacted. But Robin Hobb is a slow burn, so we don't know how long this diary gonna go. Real-time impact of said things. There's one character that ain't got a clue. Poor thing. What's her name? Ooh, they don't even talk about her name on the back. So how's she in the story? I mean, I know there's a reason, but what's her name? Or Hemmers, what's that girl name? Elise. Playing 2 heroines. So Elise is outcast. She comes from one of the Bingtown trader families. new character, haven't been introduced to her before. She has a journey as well to figure out what she wants to do and who she is, and you know, she just got married and all of the things that are going on with that. And my goodness, the girl doesn't have a clue. That's all I can say about that. I'll just try to talk high level themes. So warm blanket, consider me wrapped up tight. Hello. So this is on Lord have mercy. Look what I said to y'all in my last clip. I don't really remember. Give you a little more context. Look, give you more context. I think I did. Dragons following two characters. I'm spoilers, so it don't matter. We're just gonna do the reactions. I touched it with my sponsor, our emotional support group sponsor. I thank you for your support. I really appreciate you. So thank you for walking me through this process. Stayed on my big. I want to give you a special shout out. Thank you. Appreciate you, girl. For real. I do. See y'all out there. I see you out there reading Assassin's Apprentice. 1-800-HOB emotional support group. Just want to do that shameless plug. Chapter 12. So I have read about this much. Look at those annotations. I have about this much left. Adventure is set. The stage is ready. It's drama pending. As the reader, like, I know that drama's about to bust out. And poor little Elise. I think I talked about her before. She the little girl, the Bing Trainer girl that's, you know, just got married, but her marriage ain't everything she thought it would be. Poor thing ain't got a clue. Drama going on within the Dragon Keepers crew, huh? That's Tamira. She and that crew with other Dragon Keepers, because there's dragons. But that's all I can tell you, that there's dragons. I can't tell you context around these dragons. That's spoilery. But just know they dragons. They need a lot of help. Hence, they got to have people to keep them. That's all we need to know. What I'm really enjoying about this is that Robin Hobb in this series is giving me something that I wasn't anticipating. I wasn't anticipating YA trash. Y'all know I got a YA trash heart. And I love, you know, YA angst, okay? I'm living for it. But imagine YA angst and Robin Hobb. This is how you write really amazing YA. Now, the tone is not young adult. Don't misunderstand. Like, it's not a YA adult tone. It's an adult story. It is giving potential to be salacious. There is romantic tension. There's a lot of romantic possibilities and ways for different characters to make various choices. There is some relationship drama that, as a reader, I know about to pop off, but I know Robin, she ain't gonna put it here in this book. I want her to put it in this book. It ain't in here. It ain't in here. I feel it slowly, like, getting here. But for a first book, it's incredibly... I'm just immediately immersed. She sums up a lot of what happens in the realm of the Elderlings in the other 3 series. A lot of things are implied. There are a couple of Easter eggs. Some characters return that I met in other series that Yes, they've been doing. It's so good to see how they've been doing. So it's kind of a way to, like, get a checkup on a lot of the other characters. I can't say who those characters is, okay? But I'm just here for it, y'all. It's just giving me everything I need. And also, too, the pace in this is really good. Robin is a little slower paced, but maybe I've just been away from her books because I haven't picked up a Robin Hobb book almost 9 months. Her book and the Fits in the Fool trilogy took me down. But the month we in September, it took me 9 months to recover. My sponsor was on my big 3 months. She gave me 3 months. And then after that, she was like, get yourself straight. You need to get yourself back. And I'm glad I'm here. It's really a comfort read for me, reading Robin Hobb. Escape into this world, into the characters. Following Elise and Tamira. I know I ain't saying her name right. Other people can say her name right. It ain't me. I'm listening to the audiobook, so I know how they pronounce it. But I don't... my ear and how I say it, it's fine. It's not what I'm talking about. I love, like, her relationship with her father in this, and how he's telling her that who she is, she's already beautiful. She's already loved and appreciated for who she is. She doesn't have to go and prove anything to anyone. And that's just such a beautiful theme. And then Elise, who is coming from the other end of that, feeling that she never had an opportunity. Elise, who was always confident in herself and in her ability, and has been always intelligent and was never held back in her confidence, her self-confidence, but she was held back in opportunity and being afraid to take hold of her life. So both of them are coming from confidence on like two different ends. That's what I perceive so far. That's all subject to change though with Robin. And I'm very curious about the magic that's happening. The magic in this world is like so grounded now. So I'm getting a little bit more of that, but not more than I don't already know. It's about to be a whirlwind. I feel it. Let's get back to reading. Okay, so here we are. This is 4 stars. I would say 4.5 stars. I had a fantastic time reading it. I'm actually getting ready to instantly pick up the second one because y'all, like, I'm enjoying the dragons and this adventure that the characters have set on. There's a lot of romantic tension happening. So this is kind of the first time Robin has kind of introduced this kind of romance, called angsty things going on with some of the younger characters, and actually just all the characters. And I wouldn't say it's like YA, but it's like angsty, but not in a way like it's like a subplot in a way. Really loving all of the character work here in this book, especially between the two characters of Tamara and Elise. Both of them are really foils of each other. Both of them are confident and prideful in different ways. And that's very interesting to see based on, like, they came from two different types of communities and cultures, but to see them be very similar in how they approach things or how they approach life, how they both are questioning should they move or hold to like what society says they should hold to, and the beliefs and things and the ideas that other people impress upon them. They have an opportunity to have the life that they've always wanted, to set out on an adventure, to fall in love and to be loved. There's a potential for those things as well, and to really be a part of something that hasn't been done before, you know, with migrating these dragons to this new location that they're trying to go to. So like all of that is at play, and it's really beautiful. I'm instantly immersed. I will say though, this is the first book in the series, and so it has that comeback to it. You know, it has that special Robin Hobb quality to it. And I really, really love that. The writing is beautiful. The story is incredibly immersive. I had a wonderful time. When I finish with this clip, I'm going to pick up the next one. Matter of fact, let's go do it now. Okay, so I just started again my book light. Anyway, Dragon Haven. These dragons out here being real messy, starting drama. And I said, no, she did not just set her up to do this. If you know, you know. I'm here for it. Originally, I heard about this giving me the angsty I need. I'm not even gonna hold you. Robin Hobb just sets that thing up so beautifully. Like, the drama that's about to unfold, and then the character work and development on top of that, girl, it's about to be crazy. So, hey, back again. The last time was, I had only started the first couple pages. We're now about 80% of the way through this book. Can I share? Robin Hobb, she can literally write anything she wants. Like, her writing is just so beautiful. Like, if she wrote a cookbook or a gardening book or a book on how to sew a sleeve to a blouse, I would read it. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. This is an adult story, but there are younger characters in the story, like between the ages of 16 and 20. And there's some older characters too, but it's giving the angst. It's giving the drama, the tea. It's all giving problematic. And I'm here for it. I make no apologies about the YA trash heart that's within me, deep down in my heart. Things happening. Tamara is definitely a young woman of conviction. I don't know how long her convictions go hold out. I'm gonna just say that. The dragons that are just doing their dragon thing, and they're very prideful and self-aware, and they have such colorful personalities. Like, if you read Live Ship Trader series, then you know what I mean by the dragons. That's all I can say, okay? Vying for what is society going to be like for us now. And so we're following the dragon keepers in this dragon haven, or is it? And trying to determine what's going to be the next move for them, what's socially acceptable, what do relationships look like, what are the challenges they're going to face. And you have Tamara and Elise, who are again coming at different ends of this side of this situation, and from different backgrounds as well. Like, so engrossing and very beautifully written. And I'm just loving the dragons, y'all. Like, I really, really love all of it, but the dragons are giving what I want. It's the dragons for me. It's the dynamics with the keepers that they've chosen. I will say it's not as deeply emotionally impactful right now for me. I really appreciated the story and the magic, and that's what I'm really enjoying. But as far as like high, deep emotional connection, not yet. And that's okay. The writing is beautiful. The world building is fantastic. Again, Hobb, she just sprinkles in what she wants you to know when she wants you to know it. On this dynamic to pop off with so-and-so and Mr. here, and Mr. and so-and-so ain't doing nothing that I expect them to do. Robin, like, look over here at this dragon situation and hear what they got to say. Then when I'm paying attention to that, she like, hey, Mr. So-and-so and them and them. Did you forget? There's another element to this, because I want to come in from this perspective, from Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. Semi-Semi. You know what I mean? I know that don't make no sense, but it's a part of the Hobb sponsored emotional support group. Content here, Robin Hobb does it in such a tasteful and tactful way, and it's incredibly like skippable. There hasn't been anything that's ruffled my feathers, but there's me. You said what and who? That girl ain't got a clue. She still ain't. And poor Elise, girl still ain't got a clue. Girl, that is just increasingly more problematic. So I know it's already there. She's laying the groundwork. And so that's why I'm like, oh, emotional beings, it's all right. You know, it's good. The world setting in the world building is great. I might be in my bonnet on the floor looking at the fan again, okay? So it could be on that level of intensity. Roll through these. Like, I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna roll through them. And so when I finish this one, I'm just gonna immediately pick up the next one, because I need to know. Audiobook is so good. I don't know who's doing the audiobook. It's on Script, so it's a little it's unbridged, but I don't care if it's unbridged or not. I'll just find my spot, because you know sometimes the unabridged don't stop at the chapters. What am I feeling? I'm feeling excited, a little nervous about where the character dynamics are gonna go with Elise and Tamara. Folks got decisions to make. Ain't nobody trying to make no decision. Nobody trying to avoid the decisions to be made. People are trying to usurp leadership power and authority. Ain't no power to be had. Folks is getting beat smacked down. They realize they're being beat smacked down. There's character work in villains and Cedric, who, remember I told y'all about Cedric? I ain't really like him. Again, Robin's making me change my mind about him. And not in the way that I want my mind to be changed. But I ain't got to say in this situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Think you gonna like a character or not like a character? She can like, no, you gonna like and feel what I tell you to like and feel. As of right now, I'm kind of indifferent to Cedric, albeit he messed up and he better do us right. Situation is quite problematic too. Dragon Haven, all problematic. The character beats. I just finished Dragon Haven book 2, and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Maybe 4.5 stars. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed where it ended. I will say though, there was probably like a really hard scene dealing with, miscarriage, and that was pretty tough. But Robin Hobb's commentary on how women and our virtue, and really understanding what it means to be in a healthy relationship with your husband, and I'm gonna say husband, but you know, just in general in a relationship, and the cost that comes with that, and in making not so good decisions as far as physical relationships and how that impacts women. And it was incredibly powerful, albeit a bit gory, but it was like that honesty and that authenticity that only Hobb can like bring to the forefront. And it's something that had been building since book 1, and I really appreciated that, hence the half star. So not quite 5-star read for me, but definitely a solid 4-star. I really like the dragons. Okay, their personalities and the lore behind them, and like this far into the realm of elderlings, everything is making sense about how the elderlings interact with the dragons, where they all came from. It's more and more, you get more detail behind it, and I really love that. So many callbacks to it, and really just the character work and the dynamics between the characters. So I didn't like Cedric. I didn't particularly care for him in the beginning, but okay, he's okay. Hest is still trash, okay? See how Elise and Tamira have just unfolded so beautifully. Like, their characters have just bloomed, and I really love Tamira. I love her convictions that she has, how she is not in a rush to meet anybody's expectations or demands, and she's not putting that on herself. And initially, I thought she had those convictions because that's what she was taught. But as it goes on, she begins to take on her own identity about what she wants, who she wants to be, and what kind of relationship she wants to be in. And I love the interaction she has as a dragon keeper with her dragon, and how all of that happens. And she's so interesting. And I'm really enjoying seeing her grow up, really, and come into her own. And with Elise, I just love her bravery, and how Hobb just demonstrates how she is just she has such a open heart, but she's so forgiving and she's so compassionate. Tamira not that compassionate though, but Tamira, you know, she's had a harder life, you know, so both of them have come from, like I've said before, different ends of their lifestyles. Like Tamira grew up an outcast, completely unloved by everyone except her father, completely misunderstood, even in the Rain Wilds, where being different and is already just on par. She was the outcast of the outcast, and what that did to her psyche, how her interactions with other people, which were kind of non-existent. So becoming a dragon keeper was like the adventure of a lifetime for her. And then Elise, the same thing, but she grew up, you know, she came from a well-to-do trader family, privilege, but she was alone. She was ostracized because she was highly intelligent, and it wasn't just about all of the hustle and bustle of, you know, getting a trader husband and producing an heir. And she wanted more. She wanted to explore. She wanted to understand the dragons. She had an incredible desire to understand and learn more about the dragons. And so both of them have just bloomed in such a beautiful way, and I really enjoy that. There really aren't any downsides of it. It fleshes out the realm of the elderling in the world that we already know about, that I've had questions about, and it's Robin Hobb's writing, so it's really good. So I kind of see what everyone else is saying now, but I'm really excited to start the third book, which I think is City of Dragons. It's a lot of fun reading this, and I'm committed. I have to finish Realm of the Elderlings this year. I didn't have any tears, moments that I was expecting Hobb to have like these high emotional beats, right? Something crazy is gonna happen. It's gonna be a huge big blowout. But don't give that to you. She be like, no, it's gonna be slow and subtle, and everybody gonna be in their right mind. Ain't nobody gonna be tripping like that. I was expecting to get more drama. I thought I wanted, but I actually needed it how she presented it. I didn't need all that extra drama. But when the drama came, it came. Enjoyed this one. 4.5 stars. On to the next one, and we'll see where we go. This video is sponsored by the Emotional Hobb Support Group. Feel free to leave your comments below and call 1-800-HOBB-SUPPORT. Sponsors are standing by to assist you in all of your Hobb emotional support needs. Call 1-800-HOBB-HELP for you. We're all here for you. 1-800-HOBB-HELP. Okay, I'm already, it's not the beginning, y'all, this is the end. Like, this is how much I have left. In its defense, it's only 400 pages, so that's not, for me, really tome territory. Tome territory is about 7 to 1200 pages. That's thriving tome territory. So this is, standard reading. A lot has happened. I have lots of questions. The plot has significantly increased. So much detail and information about the dragons, who the elderlings are, how they operate. We got throwbacks of old characters showing up that I just was like, okay, maybe we'll get a reference to them here and there, but they are in the story. Huh? I can't stop reading. And then Tamara falling in love with people that I want her to fall in love with. You better pick him and stop playing. Pick him and stop playing with me. So I got one more book. Will I be starting it tonight? Absolutely. Okay. It's Friday night. I do Friday nights are my readathon where I can to read. So I'm doing coffee. I'm reading all the things on Friday. You know how my 78-year-old mind is set up. I have grand goals, but some Fridays your girl is out by 9 o'clock. Not necessarily like in the 5-star range for me. I definitely I've heard people review this series. They're like, it's a little too bit YA for me. I can definitely see that. Just what I've heard. This book came out back, in the era, when the YA nasty, smutty, salacious books were kind of taking a turn. They're here now. It's a whole subgenre now. I don't know if it's just me, but this is just what I'm picking up. Robin is like, okay, little girls, y'all want to go out here and be fast? Huh? Here ruining your lives like tumbleweeds in the wind? Huh? I'm gonna give you the real perspective about it. Huh? And she just has some very strong themes about sexuality and about virtue and virginity and respect for your body, and that you don't have to succumb to anyone's pressures to do anything in regards to your virtue, and to really, that's something that you hold sacred and that you keep. And I was just blown away by that theme that Robin is talking about in this book. Love really is sacrificial love, true beauty, what is true identity, viewpoints of horrible relationships as well, but seeing how these women come out of that, how they grab hold to who they are, and they make no concessions for it, and to see their confidence bloom. And that's reflected in the dragons as well, as they continue to grow and to become who they are. And how interesting that is, because sometimes it can be scary to really step into who you always know you've been, and because of what people are going to say, how that's going to impact your other relationships that you have. But there's a solidarity and a peace that comes when you have your identity, and in a way it's just wow, Lord, yeah, my identity is in you, and you have called all of us to be who you wanted us to be, and to not compromise that. And so I know that might be a bit of a reach, because Robin is not I don't know what faith she professes, but again, I'm seeing everything through that lens, and it's so refreshing for me. And although it's not completely giving me 5-star Hobb wow factor, it's definitely giving me the Hobb wow factor. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna be a 4-star. I'm definitely gonna come back if I can with my thoughts, or you just gonna see me here with the 4th and final book. I do apologize if y'all get seasick or motion sickness from this handheld video diary, but I'm trying to keep a steady hand because I'm in a chokehold. Okay, hey, and really, I don't know, not so quickly, I don't know. So here with the grainy Hobb diary touching. So I don't even think I talked about where I'm at. Surprise, I'm on book 4. Surprise, I'm on book 4. Yeah. What are my thoughts? Gate. My little baby dragons ain't grown up. They are grown on and % done. This how much I got left. This how much I read. Did I read 150 pages in one sitting? I did. This video is sponsored by Hobb Emotional Support Group. Call 1-800-HOB-HELP for all of your Hobb Emotional support needs. We will be here for you. We will help you. We will guide you through the process. Shout out to my Hobb Emotional Support. Penny, I see you out there. Shout out to my mentees too. Hey, I see y'all in the sky. Huh? I see y'all. Huh? Dragon babies have grown up. Huh? Flying and dragoning. And to see the life state of a dragon in this world, I don't think I've read a fantasy book that had such expansive details of dragons. Like, it's so imaginative and refreshing. And honey, the dragons is like, we at the top of the food chain. Y'all humans is y'all pesky little ants, but we need y'all to file our nails and clean our tails. Not their behinds, but their actual tail, like a dragon tail. I won't be in facetious, but their actual dragon tail. For me, the magic and the dragons are really, really keeping me grounded into this series. And then secondly, it would be the character work and the development. Follows like, there's a lot more romantic relational things that happen in this series. So it's kind of more of the romancy kind of, but it's how Hobb does romance. So don't go into this thinking you're gonna get new adult, whatever that new adult. This is not it. It is like, romance is a very strong subplot in this series. Triangle here too. There's a whole lot of love triangles actually. So if love triangles ain't your thing, you might change your mind, because Hobb be selling it on the. Am I feeling in the wrong way? I am. It's a diary, huh? We can scratch and scrap and all those things in a diary. But what I was saying was like, there definitely is like that romantic subplot, and Hobb does it very well. And because I'm in my YA trash heart phase, I'm loving all of the YA angst. Will they, won't they? Oh my goodness, that's drama. Depth. It has meaningful moments and meaningful interactions. So it's not just mess for the sake of mess. There are stakes here. There is emotional, romantic stakes that are introduced as well. So I really, really like that. Characters, there is a dynamic that climactic discussion. And Hobb does emotional, climactic conversations. She's the best for it. What's gonna happen when these four people get in a room together? Folks are in the same vicinity together. And if you know, you know. Hobb will not have me finishing this book in 24 hours. So I put it down. I need to get some other books out of the way, or at least halfway through, 3/4 of the way done. Because if I don't, it's Yeet City. Back when the plot begins.
Okay, so I'm big. I just read literally the most satisfying scene on page of the whole series. I felt so vindicated and so proud of the characters. Robin Hobb will make you just be incredibly invested in the scene. And like, the thing that really got me is the scene with confrontation between three of the characters on the beach with everybody there. If you know, you know. And I just love how that scene was handled, and to see the growth of Cedric and Elise and their friendship, and seeing that they both were, and now they're like survivors of this dynamic of this terrible relationship. It was just very, very satisfying. I think it's probably the most satisfying after the dragons growing up. Folks is looking like boom, boom, boom. Let me just say, Hess jumped up to get beat down. And I use beat down very lightly. Didn't know who he was tussling with. And I feel vindicated as a reader.
So I did the first diary and I wasn't even recording. I've finished, I'm on chapter, what chapter am I on? I'm on chapter 22. I read like the first 3 sentences and I said, I can't, Robin's not gonna do this to me. Because now she's bringing back characters that I met books ago. I say years ago on page, like characters we met years ago, like character A and character B and character C from this series met up with character D from this series, and they hanging out and having tea on a live ship. If you know, you know. And even the live ships present here in the Rainbow Chronicles, are you kidding me? Like, only Robin Hobb can bring such depth of emotion and history for each of the characters. Like, when I see a new character on page, it's like, I know I can trust Hobb to, like, help me be invested in this character. This book is my by far my favorite book, so it's gonna get 5 stars. The other ones got 4 stars, which is a great rating, but this book just kind of brought it all together. And the dragons, everything I need, the cycle of the dragon, like how they are with relationships, the dragon fights. See the dragons come back to the realm, are you kidding me? And how they do it, and then in the context of where that fits with Fitz chivalry and the 6 duchies. I'm unwell. I got 10 pages left, maybe 15, maybe 10 to 15 pages left. I ain't gonna read. I need to take a break because I read like the first 2 chapters. I was like, she's not gonna do that to me. But only Hobb can do that, where you see every character on page and you understand everything about that character. Sacrifices they've been through, the consequences, their relationships with others, the joy and the life that they've made because of all the things that they've been through. Like, you got context. And the foreshadowing, you're not ready. It's just 2 years in the game. It's Hobb effect now. The Hobb effect came at this book. The last 20% of this book is the Hobb effect. Emotional Hobb effect definitely hits in book 4. And people have made decisions, and sometimes they're frustrating. Like Tamara and Elise, I really like Tamara. Get on my nerves a little bit because she's still a little young in her mind. So I'm very curious to see where she grows, because she's still holding on to a lot of the things that she grew up with, the traditions, and some of that is not bad, but some of it, I think, in a way, is she doesn't want to embrace the future that she has because she's so uncertain about it, and everything is new to her. Perspectives of everyone changes too. Like, none of that stays the same, but the dragons are the most consistent and exciting thing about this series. Best dragon battle I had ever read on page. Like, I was here, if you want to call it a battle, by the way. But it's all going to just come back with my boy that I've been with since he was a little boy, a little Fitz chivalry farseer. I don't know if I'm ready.
How y'all doing? I just finished book 5. 5 stars. Why am I holding the camera like that? Sorry. 5 stars. I feel like I'm coming to the end of the road. It's not a feel, it's actually a fact. The road. Like, here, let's go to the Hobb shelf. Let's go over here to the Hobb shelf. Let's sit over here by the Hobb shelf. And I can't believe, like, I'm almost here, man. Oh my God, I'm not ready. Like, why am I tearing up? This book was fantastic. It was like 5 stars. Dragons, like, to see just the complete life state of the dragons in this world, and like the characters. And this was probably the most like happy type ending that I've read in Robin Hobb's books. Like, all of her books so far have a very bittersweet ending / cliffhanger to them. Except for this one and what's the other one? Fool's Fate. But there'd be some sad stuff. And this is the first time that I felt so like happy for like the character. Like, they really, like, I felt vindicated, and it's just like, where is this gonna go? Now I have so much context. And now we're going back to Fitz with all the information about the world now. Like, there's still so much in characters in Fitz's story with those characters that are a lot of questions that I need answers to. And I'm confident Robin Hobb will answer every single question. But as far as like why it's called the realm of the Elderlings, who the Elderlings are, how dragons play a part of that, it's just so
I just can't, you guys. It's literally one of the most rewarding reading experiences of my life. Like, I am so excited to reread this series because it's completely rereadable. Every single book is completely rereadable. When you have like all, and she's like in the foreshadowing, like so much, but you don't realize that till you get where she wants you to go, and you're like, oh my gosh, she foreshadowed this. This was symbolism the entire oh my God. So it is a long journey. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, it took me 2 years to get through, starting with Assassin's Apprentice. And I mean, it feels like, why am I crying? It's like, it won't ever get back rereading this series for the first time again. Like, it's not something like, it's like reading it for the first time, like being committed to a series for this long. I mean, any other, aside from that, Left Behind has been the most impactful series that I've ever read, of like a saga of books, Left Behind. But now I can add Realm of the Elderlings to this list, and Child, that was wild, huh? I had a wonderful time reading through the Rain Wild Chronicles. It took me about, I want to say probably about a month, a little over a month, to read the entire series. I see why this series is kind of like the least favorite out of the Realm of the Elderlings, and it's not because the quality is least impactful or anything like that. Not as much emotional impact, and we're dealing with new characters. Finally, the explanations for why 3/4 of the things are happening in the Realm of the Elderlings. What are Elderlings? All of these questions are finally answered. I'm finally getting it after 12 books. I'm here for the slow burn. Take me on the journey, and Hobb has definitely taken me on a fantastic journey. Tease, you're out there, you're still in the first series, or maybe live strip, or maybe you're in Tawny Man. If you are on your journey, know that it's going to be incredibly impactful the more you read. So keep on reading and take Hobb as slow as you want. Her books are meant to be felt and experienced and enjoyed in the speed in which you want. So the next stop is the final trilogy, the Fits and the Fool trilogy, and it is the final trilogy in the Realm of the Elderlings. Definitely will be vlogging each book. It's that series into one video because that would just be a lot emotionally for me to experience and then edit, and then I'll be crying and all this stuff, and I can't. How so much has happened, and I'm not going to think about it because then I'll start crying. I will link the Tawny Man series review down below. Experience all the tears and emotions and all the sad. Go where Robin tells you to go, and you feel what she tells you to feel. You're not in control of any of it. Also, looking forward to completing Realm of the Elderlings, so stay tuned. More Hobb content coming to the channel. I will be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth, huh? Okay. Let me know if you have started the Realm of the Elderlings. I will link all of the Hobb Emotional Support sponsors who are available. I believe I have at least 1 or 2 slots available. You want to sign up? Shout out to my sponsor, Penny. Penny has been here with me since Live Ship Traders. Penny has been in the struggle with me. And so that's been a long time. I started believing 2022, and Penny's been here in the streets with me that entire time. And so Penny, thank you so much for being my sponsor. Just staying on my back. Okay, staying on my back. All those emotions and experiencing it and sharing the spoilers with you and doing all of the things. I definitely want to give back to the Hobb Emotional Support communities. Thank you so much for being interested in all of the Hobb shenanigans. And thank you so much for being here. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.